Hello, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, and look, it is Apollo the Tabby. It's hard to believe he's only a year and a half old, but he's a big boy. Look at him, he's big. He doesn't even like. There was a time when he was like this little thing, and he could fit like in here. Not no more. Anyway, so isn't he so cute? You're just sitting pretty. I love you. I love you very much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You're so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, did you see that cuteness? Hi. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm going to be away. I'm actually going to engage in Sacred Solitude from this Friday, June 20th, through next Monday, June 23rd, 2025. And yes, in the Northern Hemisphere, June 20th is the date of the Summer Solstice. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the date of the Winter Solstice. I will be resting regardless. And then from Monday, June 23rd through Monday, July 7th, 2025, I will be on a vacation. Let me tell you, over the years, I've come to realize that not everybody's lives are structured to engage in sacred solitude. But let me tell you something. Even for those of you who have a lot of demands and a lot of responsibilities, even if you gave yourself a minimum of, say, 10 minutes to not have any distractions of any kind, to be completely unplugged, to just forget about the rest of the world, and even if you have children, if you have competent people taking care of your children, especially if they're under the age of majority, then trust that the universe will make sure that for those 10 minutes, nothing happens to your kids. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tell you, it makes all the difference in the world to take that moment to unplug. And, normally I give myself a 4-day period of sacred solitude for my birthday month, but that did not happen this past January. It just did not happen. And I was just like, okay. So even though I have an issue about celebrating, well, no, I'm not celebrating my birthday 6 months later. I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. Even 5 months later, I'm not doing that. But what I am doing is doing something that is especially sacred to me. And having that 4-day period of sacred solitude now is very necessary, especially given what's happening in the United States, especially with the thug-in-chief in the Caucasian castle, but that's another story. So I'm looking forward to these 4 days of playing with my cards and taking naps and reading books and unplugging from the rest of the world. And fortunately for me, I have an incredible fellow witch, fellow magical practitioner, fellow full moon goddess, sacred son, of a life partner / divine consort who will do things for me that I need him to do for me that Friday. So that's totally perfect. And of course, my vacation from there. And my vacation plans are a little bit different this year. Because originally, my plan was to return to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for 2 weeks. But that really did not work. And it's okay. Philadelphia is not going anywhere. Philadelphia is just as wonderful as it's always been. In fact, Philadelphia did something recently that made me love it all the more. So I look forward to finally returning. And of course, when I do return to Philly, I am absolutely going to participate in the Philly Book Crawl, which I have known about. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, they debuted the year after the last time that I was in Philly. And I'm like, oh, sure, now you show up. But I want to tell you, it makes me so happy to follow them on Instagram. And they're just wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. And so many of the perks, I'm sorry, that is another video that's another topic for another video for another day, but I digress. When it comes to books, I can't stop talking. But yes, and then the vacation period is officially from Monday, June 23rd until Monday, July 7th, 2025. And believe me, that vacation time, I'm going to be doing more of the same. I'm going to be reading more books, playing with more cards. I have a few new decks that I'm going to be spending time with. And of course, I will check my email, but very, very intermittently. Like, let's say, for example, let's say the first week of my vacation, I'll check my email once, maybe twice, and I'll spend the rest of that time reading and journal writing and playing with my decks and taking naps and, doing all these other wonderful things. I'm also going to spend a lot less time on social media while I'm away, which is very atypical for me, but I'm really I'm digging that idea. I'm digging that idea of not necessarily doing a full unplug from social media, but just spending a lot less time with it during my vacation time. And I will tell you, I'm just very much looking forward to that really beautiful break. I know that I already have 2 appointments scheduled for tomorrow. One knew about my vacation, which is why she scheduled her phone reading with me 2 weeks ago. The other person had a major situation come up, so hers is going to be a video reading tomorrow, but I don't think she realizes or even remembers that my vacation time begins on Friday. So I'll remind her after her video reading with me tomorrow. But for now, just know that wherever I will be, the places I will be happy, I will be healthy, I will be experiencing so much comfort and so much relaxation that I cannot help but yawn right now. And of course, I'm happy that my wireless microphone is working beautifully. Isn't that right, Drake? Drake is more commonly known as my awesome audio-visual person for my YouTube videos. And he's going to be working on these videos while I'm on my vacation, which he's wonderful like that. So thank you to Drake, of course. I will miss my cats, but I'll be back. And they know how to visit me, Isn't that right, Apollo? Apollo the tabby. The tabby. The one whose coat looks like marble rye, especially in this area. Isn't that right? But yeah, I do look forward to it. I'm very happy about it. So if you are ready to book and you want to book until for after my return, this is the time to do that. If you reach out to me between Friday, June 20th and Monday, July 7th, 2025, you might not get the appointment date you want. I know that there is somebody who is going to reach out to me on Monday, July 7th, actually 2 people. And there's one person who's already looking at Wednesday, June 9th for her phone reading with me. Although now I need to recheck my calendar to see if I'm still available on that date. But I'll make myself available to her, if not that same day, the following day. I just got to check. Actually, no. I think actually that Thursday does work better for my schedule. I'll check. But for now, thank you to all of you in YouTube land for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And thank you to Apollo the Tabby for being in my video. And of course, Drake is absolutely going to do another close-up of Apollo the Tabby, because this is some prime beauty viewing. Isn't that right, Drake? Isn't that right, Apollo? Yes, sitting pretty over here. So as always, stay in tune with your intuition. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated. Oh, and thank you to those of you who have already scheduled their sessions, including the 2 individuals that are having readings with me tomorrow, which is Thursday, June 19th, 2025, the day before the Summer Solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. So yes, thank you. Have a great night. Have a beautiful weekend. And stay tuned for the next video. Isn't that right, Apollo? Exactly.